Hello everyone, welcome to Pimple Eye. In this video, I will be doing Do Roblox AFK Games Really Work? Part 3. Now I'll be running a Roblox experiment. This is a very cool way an interesting way to make Robux fast on Roblox. But first of all, I did two parts before, obviously, because this is part 3. Now, I'm going to be switching things up a little bit. In the first two parts, especially in the first one, I learned a lot of cool tips for making your own Roblox AFK game. So I suggest you watch that video. And in the second part, I just want to say, I guess this is sort of a spoiler alert, but here we go. But for the second one, I did not make Robux back. However, that is not completely true because eventually I got, well now it says 268. My gosh, am I going to get paid again? Premium payouts. But anyways, premium payouts, Roblox pays you for the amount of Roblox players with the premium subscription that play your game. And I ended up getting 500 Robux, about 500 Robux worth of premium payouts. So indirectly, I did make the Robux back and a little bit more. It says here 268. I don't know if I'm still going to be getting that or something. And every once in a while, even though the advertisements are not running because I will be advertising the game, it says right here, I have pending 13 Robux. So I'm still getting a little bit Robux here and there from random people that are donating. But let me go in Roblox Studio and I'll explain what I'm doing different this time and how my Roblox AFK game looks. Alright, so here I am in Roblox Studio, and if I go into AFK until 10K, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of my Roblox AFK game. So obviously here we got the leaderboard. Now none of the numbers, like the things you can donate, the amounts you can donate are here. And the names of people who have donated not there, but in the actual game it will be. And alright, so let me answer two questions real quick. So in the first two parts, I realized that people will more likely donate if they're getting something out of it. So if they're getting admin, so it says here, sorry, no more admin, but you can still donate if you want to. I left that in the game because, well, in order to give out admin to people who donate, people thought it was automated, but no, I just used HD admin and the built-in system that it gives. Where you can rank people. So I just manually did it when I saw someone donate, and the more someone donated, the better admin I would give them. But let me just move the sign down because this time what I'm doing different is I will not be doing any admin. Now I'm not expecting to get my Robux back on this one. However, that's what most people do. So we're gonna see if you don't give out admin and people still donate. Because I mean, one time I saw this AFK game, it was through an advertisement. I joined, and the person said they spent 800 Robux on advertising. I'm doing that as well, by the way. I'm spending 800 Robux on advertisements. And the person, they didn't make their Robux back when I checked in, but I remember the next morning, looks like when all the advertisements ran, someone donated 10,000 Robux. In this game, as far as I'm aware, did not give out admin. So I mean, maybe it works. People just randomly donate for no reason at all. Alright, the second question was, how did I get this leaderboard? Well, I watched a tutorial by a YouTuber named Cyber Creator. Yeah, that was it. So you can go search him up on YouTube. I got this free model, and all it takes is a little bit of scripting, coding, and everything. It's very little, so it's very, very easy. He already did all the hard work making the actual donation board. But, yeah, anyone can really do an AFK game. Just make sure you're getting a free model from someone that's not gonna, like, put some virus in it. I mean, this guy, all he does is developing on his YouTube channel, so I'd say he's pretty well respected, and he doesn't want to throw it all away for one scam, you know? So, alright, now let's give a tour of the place. Here we have a treehouse. I'm sure you know where this is from. Just one of those most common free models ever used. Here we have a toilet, because I can. Here we have some spleef. Let me get rid of this lava because there's really no use in having it here. People can just fall down and then just go back. They don't have to die by falling into the lava bricks. But here we have spleef. We have some motorcycles here. I'm probably gonna add more motorcycles because those quickly get discarded all over the place because people use them up quickly. Right here of course we got the donation board. We got some boxes, a crate, rocks, picnic benches for people to talk to, and then we got an obby. Now I got all of these from free models besides the obby. I did get the lava bricks from free models, but everything else in this obby I made, even though it's not much, but at least I made something. No. But what I did do in part 1 and 2 is if people finish the obby, they're going to be getting they get a gun and a lightsaber. But this time, once again, I'm going to be saying I will be switching things up a little bit. This time I'm just going to go completely AFK, and I'll check back every once in a while, but I won't be really like going through the whole thing, seeing who donates, giving them admin, and whoever finishes the obby, giving them a weapon or anything. Most people just sit AFK and hope people donate, so I'm going to be seeing if that works as well. Alright, so I think that's a good tour of my place. Let me just add some more motorcycles here. Alright. And alright, I say that's enough motorcycles. We got some here, and then we got a bunch here. Now I'm just adding a bunch of them just everywhere because, this may look like a lot now, but I bet at the end of this AFK game ad run, which runs for 24 hours, there will be no more motorcycles in sight. Maybe one or two scattered around on the edges of the map. But I just need to add a lot because there's gonna be lots of people that are joining. Alright, so voice crack. But alright, that is this AFK game. And now let's get to advertising. Alright, so I have my advertisement ready. Now let's go to create. Oops. Alright. My creations. Let's go to advertisements. Where is it? User ads here. Alright, so as you can see, this is what I did in part 1, and this is what I did in part 2. So let's go to, where's ad? Let's see here. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, where do I actually? Alright, so my peanut-sized brain has finally figured out how to do it. I go to experiences, not user ads, and I go to this settings icon and advertise. Then I put in my advertisement. Now let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to do a video on how to create a Roblox advertisement. But anyways, let's go here. So we have a banner ad. It's like this, but we're not doing that. We also have a skyscraper. We're not doing, actually we are doing that. And then we got this one, but that one's only on like profiles and stuff. These ones are not too useful. And alright, so we will be using this ad. So now I will submit my ad. Alright, so here it is. Now I have to name my ad. AFK until 10K, donate. AFK until 10K. Alright, no typos. Now all we have to do is upload it and wait for Roblox moderation to do their job. And that usually takes about 30 minutes or so. Alright, so it's gonna, no, it doesn't show up. Alright, so now I will come back when the moderation process is over. Alright, so now it's a little bit later in the day, probably about 30 minutes or so. And as you can see, nope, it's not loading here, but there it is. The ad has gone through moderation, nothing wrong with it, of course. So now we will advertise it. Alright, so let's see here, run ad. Alright, so you have 2,570, 800, oh boy, I hope this works. Run, estimate impressions. It always gives me more impressions than what it says here, but alright, place bid. Boop. Alright, and now we have this Robux. Alright, so now I will go AFK by turning on an auto clicker. Now I suggest, I don't think it's against the terms of service, but just the slight chance it is, I suggest if you ever use an auto clicker, make sure that it's not doing like a million clicks every second, because like maybe the system will pick it up and give you like an account warning, a ban, or whatever else. I'm just gonna set it to 1 click every 10 seconds. I don't think it's against the Roblox terms of service, but I don't really want to risk it. But anyways, I don't see why it's bad. But anyways, I will go into my game and I will come back to you a little bit later. Alright, also one thing I do want to say is that right here, they every time you advertise a game, you always see your advertisement on the sidebar right here. So as you can see, I ran this advertisement, now it's showing me it. Oh yeah, I also realized that the person who donated a bunch in, you donated the 1,000 Robux is, well, this guy. Yeah, he has Dominus, a Domino Crown, so that sort of explains this. He has some pretty cool limiteds, as you can see. And also, if you go to groups, yeah, he owns all of these. The Junkbot cult, which has like a bunch of members, 26,000. I think there's one like 100,000 somewhere here. Let's go. All of them. I think it's this one that's the biggest, but still, he owns some pretty big groups, and he's got some money to spare. He also joined lots of his groups. 8,000. This one has like 100 something. It's pretty small, but 26,000. So yeah, that's part of the reason why he donated, because, well, I mean, with these, he's probably making some pretty good amounts with all the sales and the games and everything. Like, there's game passes and everything. So, yeah, he's not just some random average Joe just randomly donating. He has some Robux to spare. So it's kind of about luck on who joins your game. That's another thing I learned. If they're rich, like this guy, they might donate because they're bored and they want to help someone out, or just want to spend their Robux on something random. So they just join a random game, donate a bunch, and then leave, But if they don't have a bunch of Robux, then they're less likely to donate. But this person, as you can see, they have some Robux to spare, so to speak. Alright guys, it's sometime later and... What is this? Anyways, just forget about this real quick. But I will show you the amount of Robux I made from the ads, because all of the ads I've run at this point and everything. But before you click off, don't click off yet, I still have some tips and tricks I want to tell you guys. And also another thing, in part 1, I guess I'm gonna, another spoiler alert right here. But in part 1, I actually did make the Robux back, and I actually tripled it. So make sure to go watch part 1 so you can get some tips and tricks on how to make a good AFK game and everything. And also part 2, I also have some tips and tricks from what I learned on why in part 2 it didn't work. But anyways, now for part 3. 3, 2, 1, boop. This is the amount of Robux I made in this video in part 3, 2,135. So, unfortunately, I didn't make my Robux back. However, I have learned some things on why I didn't make the Robux back. But first of all, let's go here. So the sales of goods right here, I'm pretty sure this is from a group I made, and I'm selling t-shirts there. So that's why that's there, not related to the game. Premium payouts, right now I'm getting 28 and pending Robux 19, but this is not from the AFK game. All the pending Robux and transactions, purchases there and everything, they already went by a while ago. So first of all, in part 1 and 2, I did give out admin, and in those times I made more Robux than I made in this ad run, especially in part 1. But I have a feeling a part of that is, well, first of all, in part 1, I made that video while the trend was at its peak and everyone was doing AFK games and everything, so that may be why, because people donate, like, there's, just going along with the trend, I guess. I bet that has a little bit to do with it. I guess that's not loading for some reason. Let me go to my profile creations. Let's hop in the game real quick. 3,135 visits. That's pretty good. Alright guys, so now I'm in my AFK game, but before I show you the leaderboard, I do want to tell you some tips and tricks. Now remember, part 1 and 2 do have tips and tricks. Part 2 has some tips and tricks on how to make a good advertisement. Part 1 is where I first learned all the cool tips and tricks. There's probably some extra stuff in there, so make sure to extra tips and tricks in there, and also in part 2 on what I learned on why I didn't make Robux that time. So make sure to go watch those 2 parts for tips and tricks, but for part 3, which is this part, I also got some tips and tricks I want to show you guys. Alright, so first of all, well, during the first, about, if I have to guess, 23 hours or so of the ad run, because, well, the ads run for 24 hours, I was just sitting, AFK, just hoping people would donate, doing nothing, not even at my keyboard. That's what AFK stands for, away from keyboard. Hoping people would donate, but, well, surprise, surprise, it didn't work, and I actually was sort of expecting it not to work. But I just wanted to show you guys that you should give out admin to people who donate, because, well, that is one of the tips and tricks. But I also learned more from this ad run. So obviously for the first 23 hours or so, it didn't exactly work, but for the last hour or something like that, around an hour, I started to not be AFK and talking with people who joined the game. And at this point, remember, I was not even giving out admin to people who donated. I'm just having a conversation going, getting people to know me and everything. Well, nothing personal, of course, because, well, that would be pretty stupid. But once I started getting a conversation going, you know, people started to know me a little bit better, and they're building a connection. So they're like, hey, I like hanging out with this person. Why not help them out? Donate. So yeah, that ended up happening, where people actually started donating. Even though I obviously did not make the Robux back from those donations, but I mean, it made some extra Robux, you know, so that worked. So it's not only about giving out admin, because remember, I wasn't giving out admin. Just at that moment, I was just talking with the people who joined the game. You know, so it's not only about admin. I thought it was only about like people having power if they donated. But it's not only that, it's if they feel a connection to you, if they like being around you, then maybe they will donate, because they're like, hey, why don't I help this dude out? Because, well, this guy isn't some weird, just some random statue just sitting around hoping people will donate, because that's sort of how people who actually go AFK during these games, I feel like they sort of just act like a statue. Not really a person, you're just sitting there hoping people will donate. But that doesn't exactly work all the time, because, well, people aren't getting to know you by this. You're just sitting around and you hope people will donate, but that won't work. So make sure to always just monitor your AFK game, be around, and not only give out admin to people who donate. Remember, I did this manually, no scripts involved. You just manually rank people using the built-in ranking admin system thing. And not only that, you want to get a conversation going, getting people to know you and everything. Well, don't get personal, you know, that's sort of like real life stuff. That's kind of creepy doing it online. But, you know what I mean, just getting a conversation going, getting to know the other person, making them getting to know you. Nope, I just actually did those lava jumps, so it's actually pretty hard, because the hitboxes are pretty whacked out. Oh, yay, I did it, I reached the end, yoo! Now, I do want to say, actually, one more tip and tricks thing. People in the first part probably donated more, not only because I was giving out admin and everything and talking with people who donated, but also because that's when the trend was at its peak, when tons of people were making AFK games. Now, it's sort of the trend is sort of dying out. So if you want to make one, make it quickly. Do it quickly. Because, you know, as the trend dies out, people are less likely to donate because it's not exactly a trend anymore. Alright, so do keep in mind that most of the people on the donation board donated in either part 1 or part 2. Here's the leaderboard. Now, not too many big donations. There's lots of small donations, and even smaller than like this top, I think 20, right? Top 20, so yeah, smaller. There's probably some down there. I think there's like some in this range. Someone donated like 100 or around the 100 range during the last part of the AFK game, because I started talking with the person and they started like to hang around me, so they wanted to support me. Yeah, so part 1 as tips and tricks, when I first learned all the tips and everything that helps make a good AFK game, so make sure to watch that part to see how I succeeded and triple my Robux in that part. And in part 2, make sure to go watch that, because in that part I learned how to make what makes a good advertisement and what doesn't, because the advertisement wasn't good for that part and it didn't work. So in that part, I told you guys what went wrong, so you don't make those same mistakes for your AFK game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to Pimple Eye. We don't only make cool Roblox AFK Game videos, but we also make other Roblox content that you should definitely watch. We make memes, funny edits, and all those cool stuff, so make sure to watch AFK Game Part 1 and 2 and all the other videos here on Pimple Eye Roblox videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!